Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ace Combat 6, the objectively greatest Ace Combat game ever made. Poke the bear and Sly. Anyway, I know normally I do Baldur's Gate 3 PC on Sundays, but thanks to the ongoing fallout of Patch 7 destroying my games because of the mods, um, that's not happening for the foreseeable future. So we're going to continue on with the Ace Combat Carrier Run series. And the next one on the list is Ace Combat 6. Um, we're doing it free mission, so I can control Shamrock's aircraft for Invasion of Grace Maria. And he will have the same aircraft that I do, except he will be stuck with the base Amerian aircraft while I get to have fun with the DLC. The available aircraft are as follows: the FA-18F Super Hornet, the F-14D Super Tomcat, the Su-33 Flanker D, the Rafale M, and the CFA-44 Nosferatu. And I'm not going to, as much as I want to, I'm not going to have the entire run dominated by the Nosferatu. Because that would just be silly. Instead, you'll be seeing a lot more of the others. But let's go ahead and get started with Invasion of Grace Maria. Through the heart of a nation.
Attention all pilots. Our capital
Also,
city, Grace Maria, is under attack by unknown aircraft.
Future streaming
Damage
note
from the attacks
update.
is widespread throughout the city. All planes scramble and intercept.
Dragon Age is having some hiccups. I cannot get the damn thing to run, or even launch. I'm going through the EA help forums to try and figure it out. Apparently, there's drivers that I don't have that might not even exist anymore that the game needs, so that's going to be fun. But on the Mass Effect side, it's going great. I don't know how I'm going to currently... I think I might start the stream for the Insanity run once I beat LE1 the first time, because this is going to be a New Game Plus thing. And then work on LE2 in the background while we stream LE1 sort of thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, add jail. Alright, well. So, like I said, we've got, for aircraft, the FA-18F Super Hornet, which A6 kind of did dirty. Stat-wise, it's okay, but weapon-wise, it's not. It's got, for weapons, the AIM-7 Sparrow, which the radar cone is extremely small. So, yeah, it's only good at long-range sniping. You only get 18 of them. The only good weapon it gets is the SOD, but it only gets 15 of them. But the SOD is actually a very good weapon in this game. It does get the Maverick, but only 32 of them, and you will run through 32 Mavericks in a hurry. So, not that great. And then it's the Jammer, which the Jammer is really not that great in my opinion. And unless you're doing a gun-only run, in which case, yeah, the Jammer's great, but otherwise, yeah, not so much. Then we've got the F-14D Super Tomcat, which also is done rather dirty. It has no air-to-ground capabilities at all, which, fair enough. It's Tomcat, so, but it also does not have the mobility that it does in other games. So, yeah. But mainly its weapons setup is the real yikes factor. Because A6 is known for its broken special weapons, except for two major glaring weaknesses. And the Tomcat has both of those. First off, the XLAAs don't even track until you get to, like, until they travel to medium range. So, if you try and hit a target at mid to close range, you might as well be firing blanks. So I don't even use these at all. Sparrows are basically the only good weapons the Tomcat gets, but it only gets 25 of them. And again, they are long-range snipers, not real great for short to mid-range. And then finally, you get the guided penetrating bomb, which is a joke. This thing doesn't do shit, as when we get to the showcase, you'll find out. So yeah, the Tomcat was done dirty. Then we go to the other side of the spectrum, the Flanker, which it has some minor stability and air-to-ground issues, but that air-to-ground stat is lying. Because let's look at the weapons. We've got QAMs, which are good. Nowhere near the broken status of Ace 4, but still good. The XMA4, which is your bread and butter multi-lock air-to-air. I don't really have any problems with this. And then our Lord and Savior RCL. So, yeah, this plane can get broken. Then we got the Rafale, which is actually, in my opinion, the most versatile carrier plane that isn't a super plane. Got good all-around stats. We got SODs, Sparrows, which are alright, XMA4 or XMA6s, and then the entirely broken anti-ship missile, which it says long range, but that's a lie. It can go from any range. You can fire at short range and it will one-shot a ship. Welcome, Nugget! If QAM was actually as broken in 6 as the rest of the SPs, it would insta-kill every time. Yep, it would! And Ace 4, I called the QAM my instant death radius. Because if any enemy fighter got within QAM range of Mobius 1, that I treated that as a free kill. Hello, Nugget. And then finally we've got the super plane, which needs no introduction. Yes, on the stat board it says low defense and low stability. That's only there so the Estevakians have somewhat of a chance. Because this thing's weapons are the broken ADMM, the Inferno, the rapid fire EML, that's a one-hit kill, the Purgatorio, and then because they didn't know what else to slap onto it, the ECM pod, the Cocytus. Anyway, so for this mission, we're gonna actually go with Yellow 13, because why the fuck not? And Shamrock gets my plane, but always the Amerian. Let's go.
Team, time to take off.
They took out King's Bridge. Yeah, carrier run status, after A6, we'll head to A7, then Ace X, and we'll finish with Project Wing. And then after all the carrier runs are done, we'll head into the aircraft showcase. Yeah, the Ace X carrier run will be interesting because most of the fictional planes are also carrier planes.
Airborne warning and control system ghost eye to all scrambling defense craft. The situation has not yet been ascertained. We must implement an emergency reformation. Follow your individual instructions. Garuda 1, you do not have a wingman. Let's see. Shamrock. Shamrock, are you alone too? Very well. As of now, you're Garuda 2. Okay. So I'm Garuda 2. Garuda 1, I've got your back. No time for introductions now, though. Go ahead and I'll follow your lead. Never was good with directions anyhow. Garuda Team, you are authorized to engage any hostile aircraft above Grace Maria. Roger that. May the Golden King smile upon us.
Is it bad that I can pretty much quote the opening cutscene to this mission by heart?
Ghost Eye to Garuda 1, Talisman, and Garuda 2, Shamrock. We are currently in a state of emergency. Our nation is under attack by unknown forces. Do whatever you can to fend off the invasion. Garuda 2, roger that. Garuda 1, you call the shots.
You're an Ace. Yes, I am. I am the A6 stand.
Garuda 1, there's too many of them. Use your SP weapon.
All ships determining enemy forces over the bay. Get those anti-aircraft ready for battle.
Missed. I am taking too long with this damn chopper.
We interrupt this program for an emergency news report. Grace Marion is currently under attack by unidentified aircraft. The damage apparently extends throughout the entire capital.
Please be safe. We've got an ID on the invaders. We're engaged with the Estovakian military.
Fucking shit. Might be able to summon the Hornets, but I don't know if I'll be able to summon the
You should be able to hold out against them.
Rafales, but we'll go for it.
We've almost got it. Let's do this one plane at a time.
Okay, we got the falls. Woo! Alright, now let's rack up the assault bar. Hey! I can't afford to get hit! This thing has no health.
Unbelievable. I say we teach him a few manners before we kick him out. Calm down and give me a sit rep. Which bridge are we talking about? Bridge 2. Stand your ground. Nice work. Take care of as many of those tanks as you can while they're up in the air. It's like shooting a fish in a barrel.
Yeah, both the Yellow 13 Flanker and the Mobius 1 Raptor have no armor. Ooh, latest model. This Pixar didn't happen.
Stick with close range targets and run them down. Missile strike confirmed. I got company. Break formation. I somehow managed to evacuate everyone. I just hope they don't drop the bomb on us. Garuda 1, Fox 2. Missile struck target. Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Bye-bye.
Enemy aircraft down.
Come on. There we go. Gotcha! I like how the gun actually does shit in this game.
Enemy down. Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! Talisman is locked on. Enemy at 6 o'clock.
Let's get rid of those tanks. Although I think Warlock might be getting rid of them for us.
All airborne tanks have been destroyed. Ghost Eye, how are things on the ground? We've managed to stave them off so far, but we've got to stay on constant alert. Roger that. Fox 3.
Who says games don't emulate real life? A 20 or a 30 millimeter cannon will literally shred aircraft. I know,
Radar lock on.
but in games like Ace 4, Ace 5, Ace 0, and even Ace 7, it seems like I'm shooting a 9 millimeter because it doesn't do diddly squat.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. Behind you. Break.
Whereas in A6 and Project Wingman, it does feel like I'm firing an autocannon because it will shred an aircraft.
Enemy down.
to you.
Missile closing in. Evade. Enemy aircraft down.
Because I think I got you.
In gun range. Lock on. Garuda 1 launched missile.
There we go. Okay. Oh, there.
Enemy kill confirmed.
Oh, I love this mission. C-17. Hello.
Radar lock on.
Goodbye. Alright, let's take care of the Rafales. You guys have been chasing me the entire mission.
Distance target. Missile struck target.
Gotcha.
Enemy kill confirmed.
Oh look, more Falcons have come to play.
Talisman is locked on. In gun range.
Yellow 13 did that.
Enemy aircraft down.
Oh, I love the gun in this game. It's so fun. Oh shit, I stalled. Will you? One left. Oh, and we have a full assault bar, by the way.
That's what I like to hear. All right.
Who's ready for a string and stomp?
The Estovakian threat level is even lower now. Drive them out of Ameria.
Igon to Strigan team. We are prepared to launch. Strigan leader to Igayan. We will commence mission operations once your delivery is complete.
I don't know. Maybe this is sacrilege to say,
Sentinel aircraft.
but
for Nimbus
The Strigan team livery, in my opinion, is better than the yellow
Complete.
livery.
Launch in 5, 4, 3,
I said it.
2, 1. Fire!
Engage the enemy at will following Nimbus impact.
But then again, I prefer black and red to gray and yellow.
What's this? Missiles?
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you? Somebody in a cruise missile just detonated in midair. Half our planes have been wiped off the radar.
What the hell was that? Where are they coming from? Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Those are no ordinary cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want it up this alive.
Damn it! What about our city? What about Grace Maria?
Alright, we have a perfect setup for a Strigan Stomp. Full assault bar, Shamrock's right on our tail. The only thing that would have been better is if we had XMA-6s.
Warning, additional enemy planes have been spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
Commence the stomp!
This is Strigan 12. Target. Strigan 4 is down. Sorry to keep you waiting. Strigan leader is hit. My plan has taken quite the hit. I don't think I can fly like this. Grace Maria is now under our control. All planes return to base. Strigan 2, I'm leaving you in charge. Roger, Lieutenant Colonel Burchak. That's your command from here. Hope you make it, sir.
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Air Defense Command has ordered evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Grace Maria. Break away from
Alright,
this
not
airspace and head
as
west.
successful as I would have liked, but a good stomp.
We are militarily
Especially
at a
that
huge
opening
disadvantage.
volley.
Comply with the order and head west.
This is Avalanche. We're not going anywhere.
Listen,
Wish
it's only temporary.
Ozaka would release some more Ace Combat aircraft from 4-0 and especially 6. Yeah, 6 is kind of the black sheep of the franchise
This is Garuda 2 to Garuda
largely because of its Xbox exclusivity. Though a lot of people really do like the CFA 44, so I'm appreciative of that.
Garuda team, break away from this airspace and head west. Garuda team, you're about to exit the combat zone.
I still find it hilarious that
To leave the airspace.
Astro Boy, not the recent release, but the first one, the tech demo for the PS5, its Ace Combat reference was a super plane in Air Combat Phoenix's livery, but it was a CFA 44, which wasn't a PlayStation. Kobo, Koto Bakuya, do that as pre-order. Yeah, I know. It's on my desk.
Our nation is under attack by unknown forces.
It's the only Ace Combat aircraft model that I have. But when Sly announced it, I was like, give me the link.
Our
I need to
military
have
has escaped
it.
destruction because of your valiant efforts on the battlefield. But our
So yeah, I've got the
Grace Maria
pre-colored
has been
Strigan,
temporarily occupied by
Nosferatu.
Escavakian forces, and our central government has been usurped by them as
It's like,
well.
I
Escavakia
need
has
it.
war with our country as it simultaneously launched a surprise attack on Grace Maria. In response, the Republic of Emeria's Political Council unanimously adopted a resolution of open war against the Federal Republic of Escavakia. Our forces remaining on the Emerian mainland are still fighting in desperation to protect our country. Once our intelligence has been sorted and confirmed, the Republic of Ameria's armed forces must immediately regroup and counterattack against the Federal Republic of Estovakia. The beautiful country of Ameria belongs to us, and only us, the Amerian people.
Okay, so for the sake of this carrier run, we are role-playing not as pilots, in the Republic of Ameria Air Force. We are in the Republic of Ameria Navy. And our home base is on the ground in Grace Maria for some reason. But other than that, we don't actually get to see where we take off at the beginning of the mission. It was a snack together kit. Yeah. Thank God, because I can't. My hands are too unsteady to do glue or cement anymore. But aside from Vitose, we're role playing as if we are taking off from a carrier deck. Because every time we go across return line, there's a carrier. And it's the same carrier every time. The CVN-30. Now, this carrier has no name officially, so I'm going to headcanon it as the REV Aurelius II, or Aurelius II. Because Aurelius II is the Golden King, and most Western nations, particularly the UK and the United States, but in this instance the UK, because Amerium, will typically name their big capital ships that are like the flagship types after national leaders. Like the Royal Navy had the King George V, the Queen Elizabeth II. So, why not America have a carrier named after their most famous monarch? Alright. Vitose. Vitose aerial defense on the brink. Man, I wish in the next Ace Combat game they have these mission subtitles.
A large-scale
'Cause
formation of Estovakia
they were
bombers
good.
is
I
heading
missed
toward
those.
Vitose, a city here on the island of Kese. The enemy's plotting to storm Campania Airport, where our military is stationed, to stamp us out and put an end to this thing. Enemy bombers are approaching Vitose from the north. Our advanced team
And
estimates
here's
above
the
city
standard,
about 15 miles. Air units
shoot
are
the
to
bombers
cooperate
down
with our
before
radar
they bomb our
facilities
last
and
line of
resume
defense. They're
operations.
coming at you
An enemy
from
takeover of
pretty much
Vitose
the same
would mean the ultimate
direction.
destruction
Good
of our
luck.
country, Ameria, and of our
The
American
A6
people.
twist
Intercept
is
them
you get
at once.
ESM and the escorts can actually kill you. Because there's a shit ton of them. Alright, so for this one, we're taking the Hornet. More specifically, not that one. We're taking this one, the Ritsuko Akizuki. And we're taking the only anti-air weapon they have,
Garuda 1,
which is the Sparrow.
Which plane should I select? How about my weaponry? Are we ready to fly with these planes?
Although giving Shamrock the Sparrows is actually a pretty good strategy because he can fire and forget those fuckers.
Garuda team.
Whereas
time
we
take
have
off.
to maintain radar lock the entire fucking time.
Those bombers have passed through the mountains and are still on course for Vitose. They're here.
The idol's actually part of an anime.
Back to the base for any
They're part of a
supplies.
game
You can land there at
series.
any
the Idolmaster series. Also another Namco series. I'm not sure what kind of... Oh, Agile. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of game genre you would call it.
Enemy bombers is on its way to Vitose. Take them out.
Fight a good fight, troops. You're our only hope.
But they did a partnership with A6 because one Namco game and two, they are both Xbox exclusivity from the same deal
That should give you the upper hand in battle.
with Microsoft because fuck Microsoft for making them exclusives and not multi-platform.
They're under attack on the front line. Our air defense network won't last much longer.
Work with our radar facilities on the ground. They should be able to help you out.
Roger. Heading over to engage the enemy.
Shamrock, kill!
More enemy bombers detected on radar. It looks like another formation.
All planes head back to base once you're out of bombs. Initiate bombing sequence.
Enemy bombers are approaching the city.
Welcome back from Agile, everybody.
More planes are showing up on radar. It's another bomber formation. Intercept.
Yep.
All planes back now.
Bonk.
Enemy's propaganda broadcast.
How about that, Sovies? Don't be thinking you can get through here.
Yeah, any government that calls themselves merciful probably isn't.
Damn it! What a bunch of lies! I missed.
Talisman is locked on.
Alright, so it's very unlikely they would be released and get form again to the additional. Yeah. You could, on your own, paint the Idolmasters. Hello, Cross. Welcome, Sim. Yep, you came during the best mission of the game. The kill the bombers before they kill us standard opening mission from every single game ever. The only difference in this one is you get ESM, and oh yeah, the escorts can actually kill you because they have the numbers to do so.
Garuda 1, Fox 1.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
But I'm almost at 10,000 points, and I still don't have a full section of my assault bar. That's how easy this mission is, because it's like you don't even need it, so we're not even going to give it to you.
Enemy bombers are almost to the city. Take them out as quickly as possible.
Oh yeah, the music isn't that great in this mission.
Fourth enemy bomber confirmed down. Keep up the good work. Bombers are still incoming. Stay sharp.
Gotcha.
Take out those bombers first and foremost. Don't worry about the escorts.
Enemy plane acquired.
Or try to find secondhand unbuilt kits. My game just stuttered. Holy shit.
Garuda 1, ESM is active.
Yeah, probably printing the decals would be easier. Especially with the Idolmasters. Oh, you know what's disappointing? Is that the Nosferatu didn't get an
Enemy
Idolmaster.
plane in gun range.
Every other plane did, but not the
Missile struck target.
Nosferatu. Feels bad.
Fox 1, Fox 1.
Kill confirmed. Good job.
Oh, I finally have my first chunk of assault bar.
I bagged one.
Enemy bombers are approaching the city. Intercept. Enemy down. Bomber number 8 confirmed down. Lock on.
Ninth bomber down.
I actually got most of the escorts. Alright.
Enemy bomber formation is confirmed down. I have to say you handled things well. Roger that, Avalanche. I'll just report you as gunned down and missing in action.
That's pretty harsh, Ghost Eye.
All planes, it's time to get on home now. Try and make it back for supper.
Hello, Seven. Welcome to Strem. You missed the best
Enemy
mission.
bombers have been intercepted.
Totally.
Enemy aircraft around the Kesed perimeter have been
I'm totally not being
severely weakened.
sarcastic in calling
Our forces have
Vitose
taken
aerial
advantage of this
defense
opportunity to
the
arrange a
best
swift
mission.
counterattack. We expect the best from you.
I mean, we got like 95% of the escorts, and we only got the first chunk of the assault bar. It's a very traditionalized combat. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, most of the restrooms have been too late. Our life has gotten away. Yeah. For the most part, the reason why I keep streaming later in the weekdays for a while has been due to home improvement stuff. But home improvement stuff has more or less, or has basically ended. So I can start streaming earlier if you guys want me to. But yeah, I just kind of got in that habit. All right. Schedule's up to you. That's why I put days instead of times, because I don't really know exactly when I can and when I can't. Because, you know, no one in my life actually tells me when things are going to happen. So it's like, oh. Yeah, when
You've been ordered to
during
start
the
The interception op was
go
a
live.
success. Enemy air units
during the
around
height
Kesed
of
have
home
been
improvement stuff,
weakened, and the Republic of America's
I never
military
knew
has taken
when
full
my
advantage of
folks
this
would
prime
show up,
opportunity to initiate
'cause
a
they
counterattack
never
operation with all forces
texted me while I was at work saying,
Enemy
"Hey, yeah,
forces
we're going
have
to be
established
here."
a wide-scale
No matter how many
defensive
times I
line
would have
around
asked,
Sipley
I
Field,
asked.
consisting largely of
So
tank
they're like,
battalions.
I'm just like,
Our ground forces are set
"Oh,
up to cross the river
you're
and
here.
penetrate it,
Well,
and eventually regain control of Kesed.
fuck my streaming
Garuda
schedule then."
team, we need you to support our advancing ground units. and eliminate all enemy
It's like 5 a.m.,
forces.
but that's more because I'm
Multiple
sleeping.
units will be simultaneously
I mean,
carrying
yeah,
out various
I
operations
won't
on
do
the ground.
5 a.m.
Pay
streams
attention to the airspace above each operation area and provide support as needed. This must be the
because
first time you've ever
either
participated in
I'm
a
at
mission
work
of this.
or I'm
Battle simulator
I'm
is a
asleep
good way to get
because
some practical
I'm not at
experience
work.
under your belt. Godspeed.
All right, so for Sipley Field, okay, we're gonna go ahead and start with Quacks this time. And we're gonna go back to the flanker, and we're gonna take Fenkus, the Belkin. That sounds like typical boomer early Gen X mentality. They had to be hammered. You telling him to... Yeah. My parents are of the boomer generation. They were born in the 50s. As this 5 a.m. streams would be that. There will never be a 5 a.m. Raz stream because Raz is either at work himself or Raz is sleeping because he has the day off. But Mama and Step Papa Raz are not your typical boomers. Because they don't have the entitled mindset. They're more hard work mindset. Like nothing's given to you; you have to work for it. So yeah, they're very caring. I never wanted for anything that I needed when I was growing up. I didn't get everything that I wanted though, but I always had a roof over my head. Food was always on the table. Was able to get into good schools. So yeah, I was very lucky as a kid. And my parents were a large part of that.
Garuda 1, which plane should I select? How about my weaponry?
You get...
Are we ready to fly with these planes?
Garuda team, time to take off.
Bum bum bum. Let's see your clocks.
Ghost Eye to all forces. We're about to engage enemy units on the other side of the river from multiple angles.
This is Warlock Battalion. We'll be keeping the central unit occupied.
Ox Battalion here. We're set up to hit all enemy units on the east side. Two cars here. We've got the west side covered. Garuda team, provide cover for our troops.
Rocket singing. Yep, we have our Lord and Savior RCL here.
Choose any area you want to cover. Cross the return
Also,
line.
we are flying the colors of Lawrence Rydell,
Big confidence booster, huh?
aka Galt 7, the Belkin.
Did you know that 90% of our operational forces are out on the battlefield? I love it. It's the bet of a lifetime.
Use the Operation ID device when the battle gets too heavy. Your radar display can be toggled for each operation.
Being a pest.
Garuda 1, ESM is active. Radar lock. You're really something, Garuda 1.
Kaboom!
Across the river. Do me a favor and take care of any little guys trying to get in our way.
Kill.
My ground assistance will try range for ESM.
If you're past 64, right
Walks Battalion
Oh,
is a
60.
small-scale unit. Don't let the
Oh,
enemy
19,
surround them.
yeah,
They'll
okay.
need the best backup you've got to offer.
Keep on firing. Get through this, and the main battalion's up next.
Those stories have no skills. This will be a walk in the
Yeah, I'm one of the older millennials since I was an 88 baby.
Focus all fire on whatever's after our tanks.
Don't let enemy forces reach Warlock Battalion. Take them out before they cross the bridge.
They can't handle us. Time to flame broil those little bastards. That's what I like to hear.
All pistols are down. Get moving.
We'll make our lives easier, Force.
This is Quax, preparing to engage central enemy from the east.
The Soviet
Roger,
Union,
Quax. Garuda team,
did it
move
fall
on to a
in
different unit.
90 or did it fall in 89? I know the Berlin Wall fell in 89.
Enemy forces across the river. Blast the hell out of anything that moves.
Ghost Eye to Garuda team, listen up. Aircraft that have already completed their
At least I
operation
think they
objective
did.
are being sent your way. Call them in when you need backup.
I'm getting two. Cross says 1991. Nugget says 89. Now I have to double check. Okay. So, Berlin Wall fell in 1989. Okay. Fall of USSR. December 1991 is when the USSR fell. Okay. So, yeah, the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, and the Soviet Union fell in 1991. So, we're both right. And both wrong. For what I we're both right for different reasons. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm gonna blow up more stovies to make me feel better.
Ground target has been eliminated. Radar lock.
This one's mine. Fired.
Lost my luck.
Connecting ESM for Garuda 1.
Looks like they've got some anti-aircraft guys fixed. Better go and ready for anything. Finish them off before they cross the bridge. Better take them all out at once. Anti-aircraft guns. Get with the program. Shoot those planes out of the sky.
Did mine did no? Okay, it's still there.
This is Quax Battalion. We're now in position to attack. It's time to rock and roll, baby. Quax is in attack position. Warlock Battalion changed to offensive.
You starting to realize you're old, huh, Cross? Yeah, we're fucking old. The stuff we grew up with is celebrating its 20th and 30th year anniversaries. Hell, Pokemon is over 25.
Range.
Almost 30. Pokemon is closer to 20 or to 30 years old than 25 years old. Start it again.
About half the enemy forces are down. I don't think we can get in any further. Our firepower is far superior to theirs. This is a disgrace to our country.
Our firepower is far superior to theirs. As I launch a rocket volley.
Time to wrap this up. Take them all out.
Enough to remember when you had 3 main TV channels in the UK. I mean, there was a time where that was the same way in the States, where there were 3 main channels.
Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock. Launching missile.
ABC, NBC, and CBS.
The main enemy battalion has been
And then there was a 4th one, Fox. And then TV kind of exploded.
Enemy forces have been dealt a heavy blow. All planes, move into action against any forces still remaining. They're not going anywhere.
At least I'm pretty sure Fox is the youngest of the big 4.
Watch out! We got a lock on you from the ground! Watch out for that missile, Garuda 1.
Yeah, I also remember that if you wanted to, like, watch VHS tapes, you had to turn the TV to channel 3.
Enemy facility was destroyed.
And my grandparents had a TV that did not have a remote control. So, guess what the remote control was? Hey, Raz, go change the channel. All right, Grandma.
The enemy has a lock on you! Garuda 1, commencing full rocket fire.
The good old days. Same with video games. Yep. You had to switch the TV to a specific input on channel 3.
The enemy has you on radar. In gun range.
I also remember the early days of cable. There was cable side A and cable side B.
We have radar lock on.
God, we sound old. Reminiscing about the ye old technology of our childhood. Them's were the good old days.
I missed.
Not on a turntable. It was a button thing. But like the cable box thing had a push button where you could push for A or push for B, and each would have different channels, like about, I want to say 30 to each. I remember when cable had less than 100 channels.
Commencing full rocket fire.
Although I normally only watched a couple. Back when I was a kid, I would watch Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Discovery,
Line and head back to base if you need
History, and Animal Planet. Remember when cable was called pay TV? Yeah, it was. Because you had to pay for it. Yeah, pay-per-view was later. Pay-per-view, the difference is you paid for the show. Over 100 channels, but only one thing to watch.
This one's mine.
Yeah, your boxing.
The remaining enemy forces
Pretty
are
much
down.
any boxing, MMA, wrestling is going to be pay-per-view. And of course, the spicy stuff that would break terms of service on Twitch, so we're not going to talk about it. I know, Sovereign, you weren't gonna.
This area has been cleared of enemy forces. Mission complete. Get back to base. Looks like I won the bet.
Yeah, I loved watching the History Channel when I was a kid, because back then, it wasn't just reality Pawn Stars bullshit. It was actually, you know, history. Like,
Ghost Eye to all forces.
I mean, yes, there was a lot of World War II
Multiple angles.
shows about the Mustache Man from Germany. But there are also great
Thanks to your
series
efforts,
like
we completed this mission successfully.
Dogfights,
Emerian forces were able to extend
Battle
to the center of
360,
Kessin, expanding their power in the region. Estavacian
Modern
forces
Marvels.
were driven off
I
the front
loved
line
the
and
Modern
have
Marvels
retreated to
series,
Bartolomeo Fortress, which
where
is
they would
located in
just
the center of the
discuss
island. This
how
mission
things
should have
work.
given them a
It
good
was
taste
great.
of what our forces are capable of. Soon, we'll be able to drive all Estavacian forces out of Kessin.
Modern Marvels can replay on stores. They do. Dogfights is on stories. Nice. Although I do have the series on DVD, so the only Dogfights episode that I don't have is the future Dogfights. But I love Dogfights. I also have Battle 360 on DVD and its sequel, Patton 360. Oh yeah, Dogfights the Future was awesome. But I also watched Discovery a lot. I loved Mythbusters. And on Animal Planet, my favorite show on Animal Planet was, well, there are two favorite shows. One was The Crocodile Hunter. Because I grew up with Steve Irwin. He's like one of the big four wholesome TV personalities of all time, along with Mr. Rogers, Bob Ross. You had Steve Irwin. And I love the memes where it goes, "What would you do with a time machine?" And it shows some guy holding a gun to the Stingray. And then he's like, "It's not what he would have wanted." Yeah, world. I know we are. All right, Bartolomeo. But the other, oh, I was supposed. Oh, okay, whatever. I'll just flip it. That's okay.
The final remnant of Estavacian forces on this island is
But
concentrated
the
on
other
Marcello,
show that I liked on
northern
Animal
Kessin.
Planet was
The enemy is
The
widely
Most
distributed throughout this
Extreme.
mountainous area, with Bartolomeo Fortress as its center of operations, providing a variety of high-level defensive measures and offensive might.
Well, yeah, that's the
Fortress
whole
also
point of the
boasts
meme.
strong anti-air
The guy who
defenses.
went back in time was about
Our
ready
ground
to shoot
unit
the
in this mission
Stingray,
is
but then he
split into
realized,
two groups,
no,
the east and west.
that's not
along
what
with
Steve
a
would have
air unit
wanted.
Mainly providing ESN, which gives us 3 units in total. Garuda team, we need you to cover each of these units in whichever
would have
order
lived
you
with that
feel is
Stingray
necessary. The situation
Probably.
changes depending on which turn a particular
Yeah, if-
battle takes. You'll need to keep close
I
tabs
learned
on
that
the combat
in Boy
situation of each
Scouts.
unit to successfully
Oh, yeah,
complete this
agile.
mission. Our forces on the mainland are scattered and desperate, doing all
Hold
they
that
can
thought.
to
I will.
protect our nation. We need you to help guarantee their success on this mission. And success on this mission is measured by how much support you can provide them with.
So while Agile is still going on, we're gonna use the Hornet again. This time the SP. We'll start with Sparrows, then go to SODs.
Talisman, which plane should I pick? How about my weaponry? Are we ready to fly with these planes?
Garuda team, time to take off.
Alright, so Agile's back. Anyway, what I was gonna say about Irwin and the yanking thing, or yanking impaled objects out of bodies. I learned in Boy Scouts for first aid. If somebody's got like a stick or anything impaled into them, leave it in because that's helping stop the bleeding. If you pull it out, they're gonna bleed out. Don't cause paradoxes. Yes. I mean, the whole multiverse thing is, I think, has been done to death. It's not interesting anymore. At least in comics. Whether or not it's an actual thing, I don't know, and I don't really care anymore.
Garuda team, give Snake Pit some cover. Watch out! They got a lock on you from the ground! Walk's battalion is approaching the first checkpoint now.
Extremely useful. Well, yeah, it's useful for writing alternate continuities of anything, because you say, oh, this is an alternate universe, so my shit won't affect the canon shit. But it
Warlock battalion is approaching the first checkpoint now.
multiverse stuff is best used sparingly, because otherwise, I mean, it just gets to be where it's like, oh, they'll just go to an alternate universe and get someone to be the new anchor being or what have you. It's like, I don't. The stakes in a multiverse story tend to get lost. Because if bad shit happens, oh no, we'll just go to different universe and continue the story elsewhere. Or I could just, you know, link the rant that Deadpool has in Deadpool and Wolverine. Because when I saw that in theater, it's like, yes! That's how I feel about it.
Engage immediately. Don't chase him too far. Get him! Hit right once more. Garuda 1 down an enemy.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Box 2. I'll get a lock any second.
Missile strike confirmed.
You evaded my missile. I'm gonna stick it off somehow. Warlock battalion is under attack. Drone launch to provide cover. Stay spread out. My red wing is full of holes. Commander, report the enemy ship facilities destroyed.
Warning, incoming missile.
better. That's right, just stay in there.
Missile struck target.
Hit! Not kill. Fine. I mean, it is a Tomcat, so it is a little tanky, but still.
Warlock Battalion has lost half its forces.
All forces, we're still doing fine. We can still fight. Lost my luck. I'm dead. I'm going down. Jackson, I'm dead. Disengaging from combat zone.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. Enemy plane in gun range. Target hit.
Yep.
Roger. Heading over to engage the enemy.
Shamrock, kill.
I bagged one.
I say kill, and he immediately gets a kill. Nice.
Shamrock, Fox 2.
Must have been locked on, just going, let me at him, coach. Let me in.
Bullseye. Fox Battalion has lost half its forces. The situation is getting worse.
Alright, we're heading back to the Aurelius. We're going to switch out our Sparrows for
Elements have been
SODs.
shut down throughout mission airspace. Well done, Garuda team. Talisman, don't be afraid to request allied support.
I really do like this livery scheme there.
Garuda 1, you're approaching the return line. Maintain your current heading to return to base and resupply.
Alright, when we land, I'm going to have to restart the Xbox chat party because it died. I don't know why. After about an hour, it stops and then starts causing audio problems for the recording.
Perfect, Garuda 1. Garuda 1, commence
Alright.
area landing check.
Alright, there we go. Weapon. SOD.
Garuda 1, you are cleared for takeoff. Garuda 1, altitude restrictions have been canceled. Good luck.
Garuda 1, ESM is active.
Alright, let's go save clocks. God, this Hornet is so slow, relatively speaking.
Almost in effective range. Warlock Battalion is a little over halfway to the objective point. Just a little longer. Garuda 2, Fox 1.
Fox 2.
Hey, Shamrock, I appreciate your eagerness for duty, but maybe don't try and shoot your Sparrow through a mountain.
Lock on. Warlock Battalion has arrived at the second checkpoint.
I can't eject.
Talisman is locked on. Enemy chopper down. Garuda team, give Quark's battalion a hand. The mission is going as planned. We're about halfway to the objective. Quark's battalion is approaching the second checkpoint now. Warlock battalion is hanging on by a thread. All planes, provide cover immediately.
Warlock's gonna die. Because Windhover can't do their job.
Quark's battalion has arrived at the second checkpoint. Enemy facility was destroyed. Lock on. Garuda 1, Fox 2. I shook off the missile. Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
Tossing a grenade! Come on, Miller, this is no time for cold feet!
Granada!
Sam, kill confirmed!
Pillbox.
I have it. Garuda 2 launched missile. Talisman is locked on.
Within full throttle. We gotta get over this one.
Enemy's got a SAM locked onto you. Enemy facility was destroyed. Garuda 1 launched missile. Lock on! Fired!
Headquarters, my HFD is malfunctioning. All I see is static.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. Watch out for that missile, Garuda 1.
Watch out for that missile.
Enemy facility was destroyed. We only have a few birds left. Give us some reinforcements. We're at the objective point. Quark's battalion. Everyone okay?
Quark's battalion has arrived at the objective point. Mission accomplished. All planes, move on to the enemy fortress. Ground unit, continue engagement. Roger. Talisman, it's time to mop the floor.
Chad was a. I don't want to die, damn it! No,
Been detected. 2 enemy fighters approaching.
Roger. Initiating sweep.
A Reaper's emblem. Those
Yeah, I'm
are
not
the
gonna
aces
play
who
with
attacked
Strigas.
Grace Maria.
I'll send Shamrock to do it because he's probably
Now's our chance to take him out.
gonna be able to do it better than I can.
Ground target has been eliminated. Lock on. Fox 2. Enemy fortress threat level has been reduced. Garuda team, don't let your guard down. Missile was evaded. In gun range.
Flak.
Garuda 1, Fox 2.
Flak.
I've got lock on.
Flak.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. Garuda 1, missile evaded.
Enemy aircraft down. Enemy fortress threat level is even lower now. Maintain current level of engagement.
Garuda team, we're in good shape too. Let's turn this place out.
Where are the damn flak guns?
Our
There they
self-propelled
are.
artillery has moved into engagement.
I missed. That vehicle's history.
All special weapons used.
I've got a lock.
Well, that means I just gotta get more. Back to the Aurelius. For those of you that are like, what the hell is he talking about? Since we don't know what the CVN-30's name is, I'm headcanoning it that it's the Aurelius II, which is the name of the Golden King.
Garuda 1, you're approaching the return line. Maintain your current heading to return to base and resupply.
Yeah, I was looking at the wiki. It's like, okay, so we know it's the same carrier because it's the CVN-30. I asked Sly, like, does it have a name that we know of? He's like, no. Alright, I'm gonna headcanon one. Let's try the exit. Makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, Fame. First, I wanted to see what the other names of their ships were to see if there's a naming theme. There really wasn't. It's kind of random. It's like, okay, don't have any help that way. Famous political figures. Aurelius II. The king that unified Ameria was the goal. Okay.
Garuda 1.
There we go.
is active.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
I know you can only fire 4 Mavericks at a time,
Been eliminated.
but there's 6 hard
Enemy fortress
points.
is just about
Why
at it.
can't I
Our
fire
ground
all
forces have it under
6?
control.
No! Fuck!
Garuda 1 down.
Thank you, game, for stuttering at the best possible time. Piece of shit.
All planes, move on to the enemy fortress. Ground unit, continue engagement.
Roger. Talisman, it's time to mop the floor.
2 unknown enemy fighters have been detected. 2 enemy fighters approaching.
I might have to get an Xbox Series X
Those are the aces who attacked
because I mean, I have a first generation Xbox One. It might be starting to die.
We have radar lock on.
Enemy facility was destroyed.
Garuda 1 launched missile. Enemy plane in gun range. Enemy chopper shot down. Enemy fortress threat level has been reduced. Garuda team, don't let your guard down. Anti-aircraft artillery destroyed.
Watch out! They got a lock on you from the ground.
Lock on.
I have him.
Fortunately, A6 has checkpoints, so if and when I do die, I can just go back to the last checkpoint and not waste all my progress on a mission.
Enemy fortress threat level is even lower now. Maintain current level of engagement.
Fired. Nice.
That would have been handier if you had another checkpoint as you reloaded and swapped for MLAG. Not just missing your point. Yeah, true.
Our self-propelled artillery has moved into
But
engagement.
in this series, Pyman is called XAGM for Advanced Air-to-Ground Missile. Because the Japanese use X for advanced.
Enemy at 6 o'clock.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you.
Lock on.
But it's basically the same thing, so yeah. Yeah, alright.
That anti-aircraft gun's history.
Garuda 1 almost out of special weapons. Enemy hit.
Also, welcome to Strem. A lot of people will say that Project Wingman was based off of H0, and plot-wise I can see it. But gameplay-wise, this is Project Wingman's inspiration. Ace Combat 6. Because the gun isn't shit. It's actually one of the best weapons you have in the
Watch
game.
out! The enemy has a lock on you.
Your wingmen are actually somewhat competent.
Garuda 1, you're approaching the return.
The Nosferatu is basically the Project Wingman Mark 1.
Commence carrier landing checks. You're clear to land. We're coming in too fast. Ease up
And
on
the
throttle.
SP weapons are pretty much broken in
You're right
terms
on the
of
money.
their overpoweredness. That's RIP's perspective on the franchise I'm making some work. Yeah. And because it feels a lot like Ace Combat 6 is a large part of the reason why I like Project Wingman. Because it feels like home. For the most part. I just have a lot of issues with some of his story beats. Particularly Presidia and Kings. But I'll get to those when we get to that in the canon run. Let's just say this. I don't think he's as good a writer as he thinks he is. He's a good writer, yes. But I think he believes himself to be on par with, like, Shakespeare, Tolkien, Clancy, when he's more like a George R.R. Martin. He's a good, but he's not legendary.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Can't leave the body.
Missile was evaded.
Well, I mean, on the Bird app, I did kind of point out what I thought were some of Crimson One's character flaws that probably weren't that great, and why I thought that King's, although was a mechanically beautiful fight, was, narratively speaking, completely unnecessary and actually kind of was a player dick punch. And, well, he, instead of, you know,
Enemy plane down.
debating civilly, he kind of went all edgelord on me. He's like, oh, okay, so this is how it's going to happen. See here. There's also the matter of Nova Logic also rising from his grave as a publisher for low poly combat flight games. Micropose. So
Watch out! We've got a lock on you from the ground.
I mean, Twitter still has its uses. But no social media app is perfect.
That anti-aircraft gun's history.
Sam kill confirmed.
No, I know, Sovereign, you definitely weren't saying it was
Enemy fortress
perfect.
has just about had it.
I'm just
Ground
saying that
almost has it under control.
any Twitter clone is gonna have the same problems. It's because, you know, anonymity makes people the worst aspects of themselves.
Sam kill confirmed.
Twitter clones.
Missile was evaded.
Well, I don't know what else to call them.
Missile launched. The Bartolomeo Fortress is under our control. Nice work, Garuda team.
Garuda team, you guys work too hard. You're stealing all our thunder. Bavarian scum.
No, oh, ads.
Crush you in due time.
I'll continue that after the ad break.
Fortress. Ground unit. Continue engagement.
Roger.
We have successfully retaken Bartolomeo Fortress. With the successful execution of this mission, Imarian forces have regained complete control of Kesset Island. A plan to retake the mainland is now in the works. We're about to get into some serious combat.
Alright, well, there's about 30 seconds left in ad jail. Okay,
About to
so
conclude mission contents.
my opinion of
Finally,
the other
Dave
Twitter
Sneak.
clones,
We've
Threads and
organized
Blue
enough
Sky.
troops and intelligence to
Um,
retake the mainland.
Yeah, I will
The
not
American
touch
military will
Threads
initiate an
because of
operation
Zuckerberg.
designed to
I
take
don't.
back the American mainland. Our forces on the
I am
mainland are
convinced that
growing more
Zuckerberg
exhausted
is
as each day passes.
not
If we don't act soon,
human
they will be wiped out completely.
because he doesn't
A
act
bridgehead
like
for disembarking troops on the mainland
human.
will be established at Rargam Beach on the western tip.
The
of
best
We're sending in
impression
units by
of
air and sea. This is going to be a large-scale mission.
Zuckerberg I can
So
think
do all
of
you can
is
to see it through to the end. This
Steve
mission will be
Buscemi's
divided into
"Hello
two
there,
units.
fellow
Two
kids."
hovercraft units
Like,
bringing
no,
our landing units
clearly
to
not.
shore, and a fleet of ships to attack the enemy from out at sea.
I've never really heard
Units
much
need
about
support
Mastodon,
in order to bring in the landing units safely, and for taking over points on the
but
Our fleet
Blue
needs
Sky,
support in
again,
order
I
to
don't know
thoroughly
much
defeat
about
enemy
it.
forces close to the sea or in the vicinity of oil fields. It would be to our
But I
advantage
think
if
the
you could
main
rush to
reason
various
why
attack points
most people
and
have
take them out before our units have to
stuck
deal
with Twitter
Swift and accurate execution
is
extremely
inertia.
important in this mission. In order to gain
Everybody
secure
was
footing,
on Twitter,
Don't hold back. Show us what you're made of out
and
there.
people are too lazy to leave. So they stay with Twitter. For better or worse. All the folks who left it, so yeah. But most of the things I followed on Twitter, which were local weather stations, because I don't watch TV anymore. Then like gaming news, other friends. They're just they're still on Twitter, so I was like, okay, I will keep going on Twitter. But yeah, mostly my Twitter feed is just Midwest memes, funny cat pictures, and various video game stuff. Lithium. Yeah, lithium is... That is going to be the key resource in the near future because everything fucking needs it and not a lot of people have it. Alright, so for this one we're going to take the Rafale. But we're going to take the perfect one for the desert. Metallic reflective gold. Resource 4, she said tentatively and without any joy. I mean, when you boil down to it, most wars in human history have been fought over resources. Yeah, not only are we going to blow up the Stovies, we're gonna fucking blind them. Because we're in the desert at high noon with shiny gold paint.
Talisman, which plane should I pick?
Behold my glitter.
How about my weaponry? Are we ready to fly with
Ah,
this
my
plane?
eyes.
Garuda team, time to take off.
Oh. Shamrock was only supposed to have the Amerian version, but whatever, fuck it, I don't care. It can be gold.
Take a look. It's the mainland. Ghost Eye to all forces. We're about to start the landing operation.
This is Warlock Battalion. We'll be disembarking on the central coast to take over a stretch of land there. Rock's Battalion here. We're set to disembark on the west side. Take control of Ortara and have another unit take the airport behind us.
This is Flagship Marigold of the 2nd Fleet. We are set to destroy the enemy fleet positioned near those oil facilities close to the sea.
Garuda Team, your job is to eliminate any threats posed to our forces in each of these combat zones. Begin operation.
Operation.
Moving to disembark and take control of Ortara. Garuda Team, take out any stogies in our way.
Yeah, I'm not sure which Amerian city I would want to live in after the war. Grace Maria, I mean, is an obvious pick, but Ortara might be nice. It's bummed out. Then that would probably be Vitose on Kessid, because we killed all the bombers before it got there. San Loma actually looks pretty cool.
Warlock Battalion preparing to disembark. We've only taken light damage. Let's get this party started. Disembarkation complete. Thanks for your patience, Quarks Battalion. Advance forward and form a line.
Kill Shamrock. I love it when I tell him to kill something and I immediately hear a missile launch. It's like, because that just tells me that Shamrock was locked on, ready to go. He was just like, let me in, coach. I got it. I can do it. Let me in.
Captain, there's a single tank out ahead of us. Is that starting to ignite? You bet it is. There's one for your SOB.
He needs a firing solution here. No, he had one.
This is Yellow Jacket. We're flying escort for the transport choppers.
Because unlike Ace 5's wingman, when Shamrock fires, 9 times out of 10 he's hitting.
Lock on. Firing anti-ship missile.
Shamrock is literally a Warlock. Yeah, he is. Warbird.
Our transport chopper is about to fly over Ortara.
Yeah, Shamrock does have nerf damage compared to Talisman, but unlike at most half damage like War Dog does, if they're lucky, I think Shamrock does like anywhere between 80%, or like 75 to 85% damage.
Garuda 1 launched missile.
So he's almost hitting for full damage. And he consistently hits, so he gets kills.
Bandit at my 12. Locking on.
Although I think his I think that damage nerf is only with his sidewinders. His full, like his special weapons, deal full
Fighter
damage.
spotted coming out of the airport. We think they're after our chopper unit. Move to intercept.
And I mean, he can summon special weapons out of the ether,
Enemy tank has been destroyed.
even if you gave him a plane that literally can't have them. One of my featured clips on the channel is Shamrock doing just that in my Scarface challenge. Because the DLC Scarface SU-33 cannot use special weapons because it's supposed to be a faithful adaptation of Ace 2. And so I gave that to Shamrock. I told Shamrock to attack because I was going to set him on attack. I do so. He goes, okay. I hear a missile launch, but it was actually 4 missiles because he launched XMA-4s and immediately bagged 4 enemy kills. And I know this because it showed up in the kill feed. And I'm like, what the fuck, Shamrock? And Shamrock's just like, did I do good? Don't crucify me, chat. I didn't know this would happen.
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
Sly literally, like, it blew Sly's mind at the time. He's like, that's a thing? What the fuck, A6?
Missile struck target.
So, if anybody asks me who the best wingman is in Ace Combat, it's Shamrock. Hands down. Shamrock using SP weapons and Scarface just when command tells you to go kill specific TGTs, go kill them perhaps? Yeah, I mean, do it.
Launching missile. In gun range.
Marcus Shamrock Lambert, professional wizard, part-time fighter pilot. Yeah, he's a wizard of the Conjuration School of Magic.
Enemy aircraft down.
Or would he be an artificer?
Lock on! Missile struck target.
Fix the plot.
We have
Oh,
radar lock on.
fix the plot of what?
Enemy dead ahead. Scored a kill.
Fox 2.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Instead of him tying him to an off-screen effect lady we never see who dies, he should have married to Melissa. Yeah. To be honest, Sovereign, that's what I thought was the case when I first played this game. I thought that Shamrock's wife and daughter was Melissa and Matilda. So when I hear Shamrock going, my wife and daughter are dead, it's just been confirmed, I'm like, no they're not, I just saw them in the cutscene.
Forces have taken the airport.
Oh wait.
Land there for supplies. Land at the airport if you're low on
Fair
ammo.
enough.
Turn right. You're too low.
I want this mechanic to come back in Ace 8 or a future Ace Combat game. Mid-mission, in-map landing for rearm and refuel. Can't resolve the rest of the plot tumors, but that. Well, I can fix the one for Mullen Desert. Sly and I discussed it in the Everything Wrong with A6 reaction video. Basically, with our powers combined, yes. Basically, the problem that we have is that, well, technically in character for Shamrock to want revenge, it robs the player of agency if Shamrock goes out and blatantly defies orders to attack Strigan after the retreat order has been given. So, what you do instead is, one, it's not Strigan team, it's Vampire team. Strigan team died at a Gaia. Aside from Tosha and Wojciech. And then have Vampire team, or a part of Vampire team, jump us just like Strigan does. The retreat order is given. We're directed to the return line just like in an invasion of Grace Maria. Go here. Shamrock doesn't like it, but Ghost Eye convinces him this is actually going to help your family in the long run. Just it's a temporary thing. If you don't, your family could be in danger. That would get Shamrock to go, okay, fine, we'll retreat. I'll wait for vengeance later. I think it's okay to rob the player agency considering Shamrock is the duo and a second protagonist. I mean, yeah. Yeah. But it still rubs me along the wrong way. But the second part is the devs still want you to have a boss fight in Moloch Desert. So, before you get to the return line, the second part of Vampire Team jumps you and blocks the return line, forcing you into a fight. Now that you literally can't retreat, or you'd have to fight your way through, you can't be court-martialed for all of a day and then brought back to active service. Because you can say, justified, we had to fight our way out. They didn't give us a choice. The devs get their boss fight, and it doesn't feel like you're being punished for doing what the game told you to do. Can we get a nice clear result? Yeah. There is other plot holes and tumors, like how did the bank job boys blow a hole through the vault without instantly killing the children in Wojciech?
Good luck up there.
Magic. I ain't fixing that one. Another one is, how did Wojciech, Melissa, and Ludmilla get, and, DJ Zed, get the Chandelier's data to Ghost Eye through the radio? I mean, if they said it was like a satellite uplink, I mean, that's an easy fix. They just could have said satellite uplink. But they said through the radio. It was like, that's not how radio works.
Our unit's starting to take damage. Knock out some enemies for us. We're under attack by enemy fighters.
There are ways of doing the Bank Job Boys thing without turning Matilda and her friends into paste. I'm sure there are, but just the thing is, it's totally in character for the Bank Job Boys to use their fucking tank's cannon to blow a hole in what they think is a vault. Because they don't know what's on the other side, all they know is that loot's there. I mean, yeah, Wojciech could have surrendered to the Amarians and said, "Hey, I need to get this to the pilots. I have intel for the thing they're going to be killing. I'm surrendering it to you guys." Yeah, the Amarians could easily do that, but the plot specifically says the radio station gives the data to Ghost Eye. That's the plot. The plot is dumb. Ignore the plot.
Radar lock. In gun range.
Although the best part of the plot is the Ludmilla Wojciech cutscene, where Ludmilla convinces him to give up the data simply by telling him, "Are you really going to sit back and let the sky fall on these people?" Because as an Estevakian who definitely lived through Ulysses, the sky fell on him. And as an honorable, compassionate man whose only crime is really he was on the wrong side, who got to know personally the war orphans of Grace Maria, he's like, "I can't do this." I can't indirectly be the cause of even more death to innocents. I'll go ahead and essentially commit treason.
Enemy ground forces are almost completely destroyed. This mission is going smoothly.
Because my country, right or wrong, does no longer applies. To steal a line from the book about the evils of Earth. Take a moment to consider, what if she was your daughter? Pretty much.
Enemy reinforcements detected on radar. They're approaching our landing unit at high speed. We can't let anything happen to our landing unit. Drive back the enemy and provide cover.
Talisman, this is kill or be killed.
I mean, it's war. That's usually how it is. Maybe? Is it To Kill a Mockingbird? Because then yes. Okay, yeah, I've seen the movie, or the black and white movie To Kill a Mockingbird. It made the book make so much more sense. Like, my English teacher senior year quickly realized that the reason why I was not doing too great in English comprehension of like the books and stuff we had to read wasn't because I was a shit reader.
Garuda 1, ESM is active.
It was because my brain is wired to make connections better if I see it than read it. I figured this out with Shakespeare. We were doing reading Hamlet. I didn't get it just by reading it, but when we watched kind of a movie adaptation of it, the guy who played Hamlet in that was the same guy who was the Dread Pirate Roberts in The Princess Bride, I think. It clicked.
Roughly half of the enemy reinforcements have been wiped out.
And so my teacher was like, okay, for every book that we're going to be reading, I will give you a acceptable movie adaptation of it. Watch that alongside reading the book. Yeah, I'm a visual learner. Very much so. Visual and tactile. Like, if I can take something apart and put it back together, I will instantly get it. Yeah, no shame in that. Everyone learns differently. The trick of being a good teacher is figuring out your student's learning style and adapting to it.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
That's also why I like tabletop RPGs, but at the same time, I'm kind of shit at it because I don't do theater of the mind very well. So oftentimes I'll kind of like, okay, out of game, what's around me, what are my options, because my mind is going blank. Give me like a multiple choice, what can I do? Sort of thing.
ESM is active.
Because in video games, it's basically, I can see everything.
That's what I like to see, Talisman. At this rate, we'll make it.
So I have a much clearer idea of what I can do and what I can't. Incoming ads. Oh boy! Ad jail for everyone.
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
3 minutes of ads every hour. Distance.
Watch out for that missile, Garuda 1. Enemy tank destroyed.
Reminds you of how soaps are so cut up due to ads for, ironically enough, longer soap. Wait, is that why they're called soap operas? Because of soap ads?
Garuda 1, Fox 2.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you.
Because Procter & Gamble. Okay. They were sponsored by soap manufacturers. Gotcha. And ad jail has commenced.
Radar lock.
Enemy's got a SAM locked onto you.
SAM destroyed. Missile was evaded.
Almost got him.
We had so many soldiers.
Had being the key word there.
Missile strike confirmed.
Enemy's too strong. We need backup.
Enemy tank destroyed.
Ow, ow, fuck. Fair enough, Nugget.
Radar lock.
Housewives being the target demographic of soap operas makes sense to advertise stuff that they would use. Yeah. Took it in a non-critical. Yeah, I took the missile in a non-critical area. I'll show you how to do it back at base.
I have him. Careful now.
Ah, there's the SR-71. All right, let's see here. Yeah. I want it dead. Kill it.
Fox 2. Target confirmed.
I'm not gonna be able to get to it,
Team's
but
attack.
they might.
I got a visual idea on the target. Commencing attack.
Got it.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. Commencing lock on.
Wait. Housewives, retirees, and cripples. Huh. SUP from... Oh, sub. Oh. You're referring to yourself, okay. It's like...
Enemy plane in gun range.
My brain went blank there. In D&D terms, I failed my linguistics check.
Missile strike confirmed.
Days of Your Life is your jam,
No
as
sign of
is
the enemy on radar. They've been wiped out
Young and
completely.
the Restless,
Mission accomplished.
and Brave and the Beautiful. I'm guessing because they'll play in the break room at work. Bold with you, okay. But I don't pay attention to anyone. Now, when I was homesick back in the day when I watched daytime TV in school, it'd be game shows like
Let's go home.
Price is Right,
Our loved ones.
Family Feud. That's what I would watch.
Take a look. It's the mainland.
Spend our entire budget
Side
on
to
this
all
song. and no one
forces.
ever
We're about to
like,
start the
sweat
landing
laps
operation.
on the and chatting like the previous
Robot
game.
battalion.
Yeah, there is no Latin in this
Forces
game.
on Rargam Beach have been annihilated, and the landing operation has ended successfully.
I know they
We are
do,
finally
Sovereign.
able to provide full relief and support to our exhausted
But
forces
back
on the
when I
mainland.
watched
The
Price is
American military
Right,
is in position to advance towards the center of the continent.
it
Find our
was,
forces fighting the resistance
I think it was still
and take
Bob
out
Barker was the
Slovakian
host
forces.
instead of Drew Carey.
Garuda team, you've really earned a great name for yourself.
And at the time when I
Pull
watched
yourselves
Family
together and get ready
Feud,
for some action up there. We
the
don't want
first
this to be your
episodes I
last
watched
mission.
Family Feud that I can remember, the host was Louis Anderson. But for most of my childhood that I watched it, it was Richard Karn from Home Improvement. Hello, Ross Riders. I was actually planning on ending the stream. Because I'm getting hungry. I need lunch. And it's also I usually only stream 2 hours. But anyway, um, so yeah, my stomach takes priority. Um, see here, tomorrow will be Final Fantasy X. We're going to be fighting Seymour as we escape from Bevelle. Wednesday, the Floof crew and I on the PlayStation Baldur's Gate 3 will attend the coronation of Lord Enver Gortash, perform a jailbreak, and possibly fight a dragon. Thursday, we will continue the canon run of Project Wingman, starting with Midnight Light and going through way back. I would have ended it, or I would have stopped the act at Consequence of Power, but since we're going campaign run, Consequence of Power leads directly into way back, so yeah. Then Friday in Mass Effect Andromeda, we're going to be doing a lot of planetary missions on Kadara. Saywax Galaxy to Alcon, Alcon, Alcon. Saturday, we will possibly finish Halo 3. And then next week, for A6, we're going to complete Siege on Silvat all the way through possibly Rogno. They move on to Halo the Unspeakable. Halo 4. Does Halo 4 have its problems? Yes. But it does finish. I like Halo 4 in the sense that it ends Master Chief's story. It brings him back home. And I thought that Cortana's sacrifice was actually I don't want to say beautiful, but very in character and fulfilling. We are not doing Halo 5. I have the game, but no, we're not doing Halo 5. Halo 5 ruined it. But yeah, Halo 4 will be the end of the Halo run that we do. I might do Spartan Ops, but probably not. But anyway, unfortunately, Baldur's Gate 3 PC campaign with Arella is on indefinite hiatus until I can get, one, the mods off, two, reinstall the game itself, and three, off-stream play the game, or restart the campaign and play it to where we left off without mods. That's going to take a while. So Arella's campaign is on indefinite hiatus. I don't know when we'll get back to it, if we get back to it. I really wish I could have opted out from patch 7 of Baldur's Gate, but Steam said no. It was automatically updated, and I can't revert back. So, thanks. I mean, it's a fucking single-player game. Yeah. Anywho, we're going to call it here. Thank you for joining me. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon, evening with Final Fantasy X. Goodbye.